Hi. Nice to meet you all. A thing about AI that everybody talks about is speed. So you're able to run with ideas that you don't know if they're a good idea or not. So we'll see. We'll see with this thing. It's my friend Frankenstein getting mad Sciencey with your creative department. And my boss and I, Joe Shoesmith, Unfortunately, Joe couldn't make it, so it's just me. I am the AI creative lead and technical product manager ? At Amazon. My title gives me so much anxiety. I used to be a creative director. I now have a tech role. I've been doing AI not very long. And so that's why we got my friend Frankenstein here, a metaphor for our newly stitched together tech and creative roles. Not a really clean stitching together. At this moment in time, this juncture, we can be mad scientists, excited about the unknown, ready to try things, unorthodox methods, and we can also be Frankenstein's monster, feel like monsters, a horrific mashup of roles, lumbering into the future, a little dead. First time I saw AI write poetry, I died a little. What am me? These are the tech roles that I literally plugged my abilities into our internal chat GPT called Cedric and was like, what tech role? My boss had told me, hey, you should try for a tech role. And these were the things and none of them really matched me, but just went with it. And I wasn't AI all at once. I was, by the way, it's not all me as Frankenstein. There's just these early slides. It was AI during nights and weekends, and then, oh, hey, this thing's actually a little bit important. So then it was AI halftime, then AI full-time, and then now a role change, and I'm this technical guy. And I'm still not that technical, but I am vibe businessing. It's like vibe coding, but with business documents. So product managers have these things called BRDs. I did not know what a BRD was. And I included my prompt here. Ask the question, here's all the stuff I want to write. Ask the questions as if I'm someone who knows everything about this project, but has never written a BRD before, because that's the truth. And so you could just go with your opinions here. And that is something that creatives have always had, is an opinion on how other people should do their job. So anyway, no more faces. I don't think any more Frankenstein faces of me. We're gonna talk about everybody here and the joy of altering our roles. So if I can get a nice from everybody. Thank you. Frankensteining a guide. We're going to set up a lab, we're going to find mad scientists, and we're going to zap some dead stuff. This is what it takes to Frankenstein your creative department. So setting up a lab, you need an experiment-friendly environment. Really, this whole presentation is because I thought it was very funny to see Frankenstein in this early 80s office and just went with it. Our AI experiments began in 2022 on the social team. The social team had to create videos really quickly. And oh my God, there's this technology that lets you create people with boxes. How good is that? So my boss, Joe Shoesmith, said, just do it. Do whatever you need. Just don't get us in trouble. Because Amazon's very big. It could be very bad trouble. So we had a AI summit. Shout out Alefic and Noah for putting on our first AI summit. And we tried to disarm people's fears about this technology. We wanted to open with something kind of fun and funny. And so we told everybody this was our first AI commercial. And it was going to be in the Super Bowl. And everybody, it set an experimental precedent. It also had a Jeff Bezos deepfake, shout out 11 Labs, that was talking about just AI slop. It was hilarious. But it even though it was a joke, it set a precedent for experimentation. I love that shot. It set an experiment, a precedent for experimenting. And leadership was like, oh, wow, could you do that every month? And that seemed like a lot. But when you just experiment, there's like new tools to test every month. It's not hard to have an experiment every month. And especially when you set the bar very low for the ideas. Hey, we wanted to try vibe coding a game. Maybe not a great idea to throw boxes out of the Amazon truck for our game, but we went with it, and then we did not show it to anybody except you. And at the beginning of our presentations, we put a warning sign to try and like tell everybody, oh, not for real. But that's how we do it safe. So this is our lab. It's a yearly AI summit, our metaphorical lab. A yearly AI summit, a monthly show and tell, and then new is this bi-weekly workshop, which everybody from our department puts on. It's just like get hands on the tools. We didn't want to be talking about it. We wanted to actually let people use these things. And so we call it summer camp, but then it is just kind of extended. And there's this interesting cycle where you do an experiment, you give a presentation, but then you kind of, that cycle continues where you're giving a presentation, oh crap, we need to do an experiment, and it's great. It gets you making stuff, and it gets you trying these things, and a lot of our experiments have led to real things, which we'll show you later. Some. We can't show everything. But next, you need to find some mad scientists. This is how excited some people are about AI being everyone's job. And you're not necessarily, I mean, you want to bring you want to bring everybody along, but you're really looking for the curious self-starters. So I've got some archetypes in here of people. I love the thought about giving people trophies for doing stuff. That's such a great idea. I'm going to try that. This is Casey. He's an illustrator and an artist. Like, illustrators are like one of the most threatened positions. He worked on the social team with me and was like kind of our resident artist. And he just like fully leaned in and became amazing at Midjourney. And you can see it's not like so many people talk about like, single shot prompts. He is not a single shot guy. He stitches together like all these different things, but he has amazing results. And he made this for us. And he's fantastic. We've got Eva, who's been a designer. This archetype of person is just, they really want to do everything. They want to figure out ways to use AI just because they are overachievers. She runs out of her Adobe credits by 10 a.m. every morning. She keeps kind of like, which I won't tell you how much it cost to get her upgraded, but it was a lot. This is Garrett and Pooja. Is like a planner and a copywriter who have now switched to writing persona. I mean, they do both of those jobs too, but they're excellent persona writers. This is not their persona. It's just Frankenstein. Our personas are protected. But they're great. This is Matt. He's like he was a creative director at a boutique agency, so he wore a lot of hats there, and he is just a creative generalist. He's working on prompts for us. He's working on, he put together many of these slides and pictures. And so that person that knows a lot about a lot of things is now superpowered, 10x. And Galen, our awesome education lead, who gets our whole org to all of these mechanisms that I showed you earlier. He is a bureaucracy buster. So those are the types of people you need. I have time. I thought I was talking fast because I have 60 slides. But lightning round. Now we're gonna zap some dead stuff, which is fun. And zapping dead stuff is looking for opportunities in the monotony. Don't make your Super Bowl commercial out of AI. Those are really fun. They're really important. There's a lot. I mean, I don't know. Maybe do. That's not where we're going. It's so much more fun to work on the stuff that you don't want to do. So like we have these regionalized photo shoots. Amazon, we have a lot of markets, we have a lot of products, and not all the products are available in all the markets. So I don't think creatives like being recreative as much as they like being creative. So if you can just let them create and then use AI to recreate, that's a great thing. Zap. So we came up. This is an execution, but it's kind of a mindset of producing the assets in an analog fashion. Like, be creative how you want to, and then use AI to swap it and scale it. We can do this with photos. We can do this with scripts. We can do this with all sorts of things. AI is very good at taking like constructs and repeating them to more markets and more constructs. So yeah, I think look for those one in many opportunities. This assessment form, shout out Rory. I don't know where Rory is, but we were trying to assess our AI ideas. We were trying to figure out what kind of impact could this have. And it's really fun. This is from a creative's perspective. It's really fun to come up with ideas. It's not as fun to try and figure out the assessment framework. So we worked with Alefic to create, like, why wouldn't you use AI to fill out the AI form? Zap. So we call this Delve, inside joke for any AI Delve people. Anyway. But it's an acronym, Dream, Explain, Learn, Vet, Evaluate. And it tries to be that thing from Harry Potter and extract the ideas. So it just asks you a bunch of questions. And then as you answer the questions, it starts to rate the ideas. And we have this as our official intake process now for like AI ideas. So it's not just like, hey, maybe we could make our Super Bowl spot with AI. You have a thing that's like, fills out an assessment form and lets you know, is this a good one or is it a bad one? It's actually for us too, so that we don't have to read through all the ideas. It helps them format, helps them get them out of people's heads. And then this one, I talked about this in February, but we didn't have this slick case study behind us, and the scope continues to grow with this. Amazon has like, I don't remember now, 2 billion reviews or something like that. It's a lot. It's a lot of reviews. And we've never been able to have something that just went through them. You had, like when creatives wanted to use our customer reviews, the creatives had to actually just go through the reviews. Like, you're like, wait, there's no tool, there's nothing. And sadly, no. And we can use reviews for everything. So here's a little case study. Oh, wait, nope, it's a Zap. Here's a case study on that.
Amazon's vast collection of customer reviews is filled with incredible stories. Some so brilliant, they're borderline Shakespearean. So, to break through the holiday noise and drive Amazon's sales, we convinced Hollywood's most intense actor to dramatically perform real Amazon customer reviews for a series called 5-Star Theater. There was just one problem. Actually finding the right reviews to perform was as intense and dramatic as Adam Driver himself. Last year, over 100 million Amazon customers shared their stories through reviews. Sifting through this massive database to find the perfect ones was a seemingly impossible task. So, we created our own AI tool and taught it to distinguish between entertaining reviews and functional reviews. Built on AWS Bedrock, our proprietary AI tool took in hundreds of thousands of customer reviews across all different categories. We then gave the tool many reviews that successfully demonstrated when an Amazon purchase transformed into an extraordinary customer story. The tool had a system that recognized different types of customer expression in reviews, from helpful information to more unique or entertaining narratives. Then, like a meticulous curator, the tool rapidly sorted through countless reviews, categorizing and deciding which reviews were actually worthy of the internet's attention. And trust us, it did not disappoint.
A symphony of spaghetti and fettuccine.
The result? A campaign that led to Amazon's biggest holiday sales ever, and the internet gave a standing ovation with over 1 billion impressions, 330 million earned impressions, and a 99% positive social sentiment. All because we let AI do what it does best, not replacing human creativity, but supercharging our creative potential.
Woo! Thanks, Adam Driver. Oh, thank you. This is so. Don't run. Don't take a picture of this quote because this is just me and Luke and Galen cooking. But if you take how long it takes to go through read a review, and then if you take how long it takes to score it, and then we went through this tool that we built with the fine folks at Alefic, went through 300 million of them. That's kind of equivalent to 2.5 million work hours, which is like, when you break it down, it's like 4 times the size of our department. And that's really great. But hidden in this crazy number that we kind of made up is the idea that these, like, AI continues to create things that would have been impossible. Like that was a story that we couldn't tell at scale before, and now we can. And there will be more to come from that. We just can't share it yet, but we're very excited about the review thing. So, in closing, don't fear the monster. And I do know that Frankenstein is Frankenstein's monster. But here's a recap on the things: is have fun with your failures. You know, in building that lab, really just embrace experimentation, whether it works out or not. Remember, everyone is being reinvented. So, you know, as you look for those mad scientists, have a little patience, a little grace with the people that may be lumbering through this stuff. And just remember, you're gaining superpowers. So, like, AI is letting you tell stories that you haven't been able to tell before, and do things that you could never do. Yeah. Thank you. And here's the Midjourney mood board code if anybody wants to put Frankenstein in another office for them. Thank you.